Hello, beautiful souls. Today is the new moon in Aquarius, which also marks the Lunar New Year in the Chinese calendar as we move into the year of the rabbit. And the rabbit symbolizes longevity, positivity, auspiciousness, wittiness, cleverness, deftness, self-protection, and cautiousness. So today's reading, I'm pulling 7 cards in honor of the new year and the new moon. All focused on in some way or another aspects of what the new moon represents and aspects of what the upcoming year represents. So I took some time to kind of just sit and channel some questions that would best highlight the energies coming to us in the coming year. So the first card is the energy for the year of the rabbit, and we have the Hermit reversed. Interesting. Second question, how can I manifest prosperity? The Moon reversed. Ooh. What do I need to focus on to make this happen? We have the 8 of Cups. What actions are in alignment for the highest good? We have the Emperor reversed. Wow. What habits do I need to change to optimize my health? The Queen of Cups. How does this create a ripple effect for those around me? The 10 of Cups. Got a lot of cups. And the energy for the new moon and the coming 2 weeks, the Page of Wands. Okay, let's dive in. So again, the new moon is about planting the seeds for manifestation. What intentions do we want to create as the energy starts to culminate into the full moon, at which point we reach our breaking point and then we release as the energy leaves the moon. And the Chinese New Year, it's a different calendar system, but it's still an energetic awareness that I feel bears bringing awareness into. So, the energy for the year of the rabbit, we have the Hermit reversed. So the Hermit is about kind of going within, secluding oneself, to kind of block out the noise of the world and access higher levels of being, thinking, and doing. So when the card is reversed, it can sometimes mean that maybe we need to avoid doing that. And maybe it's time to kind of become a little more social, which is also really appropriate for the sign of Aquarius as well, right? Because Aquarius is all about that community. It's about individuality and how that individuality takes place in the community. So this card right here is really great. It representing all of the energies. But this will this sets the stage for a ripple effect throughout the year. As we become firmer in our identity, we are better able to take our place in the community around us. We are better able to make changes that will revolutionize what it is that we have already been working on, what it needs to be shaken up to become better. So that's very exciting. So how can manifest prosperity? We have the Moon reversed. And sometimes, we've got a lot of major arcana. We've got 3 of the 7 cards are the major arcana. The other 3 of the 7 are Cups cards, and then we have the Page of Wands. So, and the major arcana we have are the Hermit, the Moon, and the Emperor. So there's really this strong feeling of and interestingly enough, we're moving into the sign of the water rabbit, because in the Chinese calendar, there's an element for each year, and this year is the water rabbit. So I got a lot of water, and water about emotions and intuitiveness, which the moon is very representative of that in as the meaning of the card, right? There's this sense of going within to ascend. I learned from listening to Rianne Lockard's podcasts on Moonstone Witchery that ascension is about becoming like better than. It's about going within, getting to know oneself in that really deep place and breaking through those parts of ourselves that maybe we've closed off. And to manifest prosperity, we have everything we need within us. All the tools, all the knowledge, all of the wisdom and the motivation, it already resides within us. We just have to really take the time to tune into it. So we go from the hermit to the moon. So it's about like, yeah, maybe like step out of our hermit robes, but still coming from that deep place within, that inner knowing, that inner wisdom. Don't lose connection, because the moon represents, in astrology, our emotional sides. Really coming from that place of embodiment. What is it that you want to see? Step into that energy, and then that's what you'll manifest. So that's really beautiful. What do I need to focus on to make this happen? Well, we have the Eight of Cups, and we have our traveler on his path, and he's kind of like, I'm moving forward. I've got all of these experiences and emotions behind me, but it's time to keep moving. So I guess maybe what this is trying to tell us is that we can't let the past dictate our story. Yes, it's helped us come to where we are. Yes, it's helped teach us what it is we need to keep moving forward, but we need to keep moving forward. Letting go, shedding, right? Which the moon reverse can also represent that as well. Letting go and shedding that which no longer serves us, right? And we also see that with the hermit reversed as well. And then what actions are in alignment for the highest good? Well, we have the Emperor reversed. And the Emperor is kind of like the head honcho. Like, this is my kingdom. I am in charge here. So what actions are in alignment are like maybe taking ownership of our actions, holding ourselves accountable, not making excuses for bad decisions, but really owning what it is, whether or not it works, instead of trying to pass the buck, right? Maybe stepping into, letting go of the fear of stepping into roles of leadership, being willing to acknowledge all of the wisdom that we have acquired, what it is we've learned, and how we can bring that to the people around us. And then we move into, what habits do I need to change to optimize my health? Because you can't have true wealth without your health, and the rabbit does represent longevity. And how can you live a long time if you're not healthy? I mean, you can, but you want to be able to enjoy it and live to its fullest, live that to its fullest. And so we have the Queen of Cups. What habits do I need to change to optimize my health? Or maybe even like, what habits do I need to focus more on? Because she's like really staring at her chalice there. And the Queen of Cups is about really getting in tune, again, that inner wisdom. Are we picking up on a theme here or what, right? It's taking the time to really get to know ourselves on that deeper level. Emotional intelligence is so important, that mind-body connection. That which we ignore controls us. And so by bringing what it is that we're ignoring in our life into the forefront, we can control it instead of it controlling us. And how does this create a ripple effect for those around me? We have the Ten of Cups. reversed. And when it's upright, you can see we've got a very happy family, just kind of loving life and really feeling grateful and blessed. And so when it's reversed, how does this create a ripple effect? I'm not going to worry too much about the reversed meaning in this moment. I think it's kind of obvious that the ripple effect, like when we manifest wealth for ourselves, when we manifest health for ourselves, when we take accountability from ourselves, when we lead by example, when we shed those layers of hiding and cloaking ourselves, when we give ourselves permission to receive, we give everybody around us permission to receive as well. And so the ripple effect of the community is like when we bring this to our lives, it improves the lives of everybody around us. There's something about it being reversed that I'm like, I know there's something worth mentioning, but like, I don't know, it's just not coming in right now. So we're not gonna really worry too much about that. And so then the energy for the next 2 weeks in the new moon, what it is that we can really focus on creating, putting our energy into, right? We're planting the seeds with the new moon and we want to see them grow over the next 2 weeks. And so we have the Page of Wands, and wow, what a great card this is. So in each suit you have 1 through 10, and then you have the court cards, and the ace of each suit represents beginning, but so does the page. But after you've gone through the whole lesson of each element, it's like, oh, we're gonna not necessarily start something new, but we're gonna look at things with a fresh perspective and take what we've learned and shift it. And so the Page of Wands for this new moon, what it is like that we have so far, what have we learned? And Wands is that fire element. It's creativity, it's passion, it's spirituality, it's connection to the outer world. Like cups are water, connection to self, close personal relationships. The fire is like connection to like outside of ourselves. And so the next 2 weeks, and how supportive of this is this of the Hermit reversed, right? It's time to let go, step out of the hermit cave and move forward. Take what we've learned and manifest, right? We have everything we need. This is such a beautiful spread. I'm very, it's always so nice when the cards really just send out this beautiful message, right? That feels in alignment and is an empowering and isn't like, watch out. I mean, there's still some sense of watch out, right? We have the 10 of Cups reversed, where like, it might be easy for other people to get in the way of us creating this manifestation for ourselves. But if we focus on our family and really like serving those closest to us, those external forces stay away. So yeah, this is really beautiful, very exciting. So again, how can I manifest prosperity? We have the moon coming into that inner knowing and coming from that place of embodiment, living in the energy that you want to move into. And to make this happen, to focus on, help facilitate this, we have the 8 of Cups, which is about continually moving forward, leaving behind that which no longer serves us, moving forward in the energy that we want to see for ourselves. And the actions that are in highest alignment are the Emperor, stepping into that role of leadership, or maybe even just like inner leadership, right? Owning who we are and how far we've come, right? The Emperor doesn't usually just get there on his own, right? Unless you're born into it, but that's a whole other conversation. An emperor has to rule his kingdom and he has to work at it, right? So there's always leading by example, working at it, and doing what's best for everybody involved. Keep the masses happy. And then here comes my dog. What do I need to change or focus on in order to optimize my health? Really coming that mind-body connection, getting clear on our emotions and how that serves us. The 10 of Cups reversed, how does this create a ripple effect for those around me? As I receive, so does everybody around me. And not letting any interlopers getting in the way. And the energy for the year of the rabbit, again, just moving forward, stepping out of your shell, stepping into the community. So as the next 2 weeks to help set the stage for the next year, to like really plant these seeds of intention. What do you want to have happen for you? Set the stage for yourself. So I hope that this message finds whoever needs to hear it today. This certainly, appeals to me on a personal level as well. I'm like hearing, it's like the advice you give others is what you need to hear yourself. So this isn't just for you, this is also for me. If you have any questions, please drop a comment below. Please feel to like and subscribe. I am planning on doing more of these readings more regularly. And there's a link to schedule a reading with me below if you feel called to work with me. I am here to serve. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Enjoy your Saturday, your Lunar New Year, and if you watch this on a day that's a little further in the future from now, this still applies because you're finding it right when you need it most, because that's how that works. So trust that. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.